SEO, driving organic growth. Hi, this is Napo with Gonda Legacy, and today we're going to be talking about SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. We've actually been expanding it to Search Everywhere Optimization, but we'll dig into just Search Engine Optimization mostly for you today. So we'll cover about how to grow organic reach for your website and build brand authority, and also discuss how SEO is a key component to all your marketing initiatives. And you will see me playing here with my phone, but it's actually to pull the slides. I'm still focused. So let's get into why SEO matters. SEO matters because once you do organic traffic, it's not a click that you have to pay for every time. Google ads, every click you have to pay for. Facebook ads, every click you have to pay for. Organic, once you implement it, that traffic will keep coming back. Also, when done well, you can use it to influence what you do in all your other channels. Good SEO, you can take that insight and move it into your email marketing. You can take that insight and move it into your social ads. You can take that and put it into your Google ads. Then you have more effective omni-channel program that'll help you and your business be more successful. So the way that we like to break it down is with these three pillar components: on-page SEO, technical SEO, and off-page SEO. On-page, really it's as simple as what it sounds like. What do you have on the page? We go from titles, we look at headers, we look at the structure and everything that you have on the page. We look at the different page types, whether this is a blog, whether it's a guide, whether it's a product page. We want to understand the intent of what it is that you have on your site. Then we get into technical SEO. Technical SEO, think about that a little bit as hygiene for your site. First of all, we want to make sure that your site is indexed. We want to make sure that you don't have broken links. It's crawlable. And site speed. Those are all the different components that we look at when we talk about technical SEO. Last but not least is off-page SEO. When you think about off-page SEO, that is not just link building, but we're getting into the space of authority building to help think about your reputation of your website online. And each part really plays a critical role. As we get started, we want to start with keyword research. Keyword research is important and really critical because you want to take the time to understand how people look for your products and services. We use tools to find the best opportunities and group them by where they fall on the content funnel. As you see here, we want to take into account high search volume, low competition, and make sure that we have business relevance with the keywords that we're picking. As we dig into the on-page SEO, so you see that we're talking about page titles, meta description, headers. We get down into the alt text that's on the images, even the anchor text that are on the links. And one of the things that I really want to call out around alt text is that alt text helps you also become ADA compliant, right? There's people with screen readers or people who can't see who need to use different devices to help them understand your website. And if somebody's trying to access your website and they can't understand it, you can actually get sued for that. So not just for SEO, you want to make sure that we're doing these things to help you and your business stay compliant. Last but not least is really structured data. Right? With all the LLMs and not just the Google bots, we want to make sure that all these crawlers understand our content as best as possible. Next, we get into off-page SEO. And like I said, off-page SEO is about more than just link building. So think about it if you're a doctor and there's a pharmacist in your neighborhood. Right? You create content on your site, they create content on their site, and you actually talk about each other and support each other and link to each other's businesses. Now that's going to help bring some credibility to your site. Another example for a small business: join a Chamber of Commerce. You join a Chamber of Commerce, they'll list you on their site. That's a reputable business or reputable site in Google's eyes. Now you get more link equity going back to your site, right? So as you see, your offline activities can actually influence what you have and what you do online, but make sure that you're picking relevant people to work with, and that will help build authority and trust for you. So the next point that we're going to get into here is blogs, and not every site needs a blog, but the purpose of the blog is that it helps really bring in your authority and your expertise, right? It allows you to speak to the questions that your potential clients and consumers are asking when they don't even know that you're the solution to their problem. So when you're building your blog, we want to make sure that you have SEO optimized content that speaks to each stage of the funnel, and you want to use keyword clusters based off of the keyword research that you've already done. That makes sure that you are intentional about the content that you're creating and you're speaking to the challenges that your customers are facing, and then you get to show them that you're the right solution for them. So speaking of the content funnel, this slide breaks it down a little bit more. So you see it goes from awareness, consideration, conversion, and then goes back out to loyalty and advocacy. So the way we look at it, it doesn't stop at the conversion. When you look at the funnel, is that the early content attracts attention, the mid-funnel content builds trust, and the bottom funnel content converts. But if you look at different businesses, there's times when people have to look and find manuals or look for customer service, and then when they do that, that brings them back to their site, and then they end up converting and looking for other things on their site. The other piece from the advocacy is you're leveraging people who've already purchased from you to do reviews, and that will attract new clients. Gives you also the opportunity to leverage your current clients for referrals or even get into affiliate marketing. So once we have all these things set up, how do you know that you're successful? You have to have the right tools in place to make sure you're measuring success. And here's the KPIs, the metrics that we like to look at. So organic traffic, keyword rankings, bounce rate, and bounce rate lets you know how quickly people are leaving and if they're finding your content relevant. Conversion rate from organic visitors. And we say conversion rate because your conversion might be a purchase, it might be a lead, so it depends on your business. But make sure you understand your conversion. And there's some free tools, so Google Analytics and Search Console are tools that you can set up right now to start to better understand how your website and your business is performing from an SEO perspective. So takeaways, right? SEO pays off over time, but really consistency is key. And if you do it well, you can integrate it with all your different channels and have a great omni-channel approach that'll help you and your business be more successful. So what's next? Start out with doing some keyword research. Better understand how clients are looking for your products. Second, put together a high-level content strategy. Decide what you're going to speak to and how do you answer and solve their problems. And last but definitely not least, set up monthly reporting so you can look at how your content updates are actually impacting your site and helping improve the performance. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.